Um, and then we have Rafi that just came on.
Wow, good.
Hey, Rafi,
Hey,
how are you?
Hey,
good.
good.
All right. So I will kind of start going through some numbers as more people come. And then I want everybody to kind of chime in on what they're doing and how they're doing things. So I'm going to share my screen here. So if you're not in the process of saying something or talking, maybe mute your microphone so that there's no background noise or anything like that. So be aware of that, anyways.
Sure.
All right. So I wanted to share some numbers. This is our office, of course, the outside of our office. Uh,
Love it.
wanted to share some numbers. So the actives for the last 30 days have gone down a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. So what that tells me is that there's not many new listings coming on, and the listings that are coming on are selling pretty fast, as we'll see in the next slide. But so there's the inventory has actually shrunk. So this is a good time for sellers to put their houses on the market because there's not much competition. So we're going to keep that in mind as we move forward and speak to our sellers. I know there's a number of you that are working on new listings coming on. And of course, we have to do it the right way with virtual tours, social distancing, putting a mask on, gloves if you can, booties, have a hand sanitizer or whatever. So we have to do it the right way. As far as the solds go, there was 4,531 properties sold in Massachusetts last month. So there's still a lot of activity happening. There's a lot of closings happening. So sometimes it seems like everything is on a standstill and nothing is happening. That couldn't be further from the truth, as a lot of stuff is still moving. The under agreements, even better. So solds were 4,500. Under agreement, which is under agreements signed PNS or contingent, was 5,177. So there's more properties selling that are coming on the market and going under agreement, I should say, that are coming on the market and passing papers. So right now, we're still in a seller's market. Again, I can't emphasize that enough because a lot of sellers are choosing to wait. And personally, I think once we're past this critical point of shutdown, there's going to be a lot of inventory coming on the market, and there's going to be a lot of new listings, and a lot of people are going to start reducing their price because their properties aren't going to be moving. So I think this is a perfect time for sellers to put their house on the market. And, you know, if you're not going to go outside, if you're going to be afraid to expose yourself, because some of us in the office are higher risk than others. I know there's people in the office that have asthma, and because of age, anything over 50 like myself, I got to be careful. And all of us, a lot of us. So yeah, we got to be safe, but we can partner up with somebody that is going out. So if we get a lead, instead of saying to the sellers, hey, let's wait, we could put it on the market with the help of another agent or as a team. So we can discuss it if you do get a lead that's somebody that wants to sell, but yet you're staying at home and you don't want to expose yourself, then yes, we should collaborate and compensate each other to help out. All right. So we got to find a way. That's the main thing. Social distancing, wash your hands, sanitizer, wearing a mask, and then using video. The last listing I had, it just took one day to sell it. I prepared the video. I didn't schedule any appointments without having the people watch the video. And so what we did is any request for a showing, I would say, make sure you watch the video. I would send them a copy of it. And I had 4 cancellations out of 8 people, 4 of them canceled, which is good because they probably wouldn't have liked the house anyways. So I don't look at a cancellation of an appointment as a missed opportunity. I look at it as saving time and energy and effort, because the sellers still have to leave. We still have to prepare the home, and it's not a group showing anymore. I had to do the showings one at a time. So imagine 8 showings would have taken me 4 hours to do. Whereas if we cut half of them out, it only took us 2 hours or an hour and a half to do. So, every 20 minutes I had somebody leave, the other person come in. So we can work with the market that way and make sure that we get everybody in, and we make sure that we have safety first. REMAX has a wonderful resource. So if you go to sign, what is it? Oops. It didn't come out. Oh, it's at the bottom, I think. If you go to signblog.com, you will get to this page where, that has COVID resources, other resources, events, media reports, community. So there's different tabs you can click on. And under the COVID resources, financial relief, guidance for agents and for clients. So this is a wonderful way for us to reach back to our past clients and read through this financial relief guidance for clients and see how you can educate them and help them. Boston was just saying about sharing recipes with our clients, which is great. Whichever way we can connect with them at this point, show them that we're still here, we're still thinking about them. I think it's good. Whether it's sharing safety tips, sharing tips for refinance. I mean, the interest rates are great now, and I'm closing today on a refinance, and saving around $500 a month. Why not, right? So these are things that we can reach back and explore with our clients and see if it's something we can help them with, refinancing, selling perhaps, and or maybe other ways they can improve their home while they're at home. Declutter, or whatever imagination we can use to come up with something. I think it's a good thing. So look into
Okay.
Yes, go ahead, Basma.
Before you continue, I don't want to miss it. Now you talk about you are showing the houses, and it takes you sometimes 20 minutes for each person to let him in.
Yes.
But if we have a lockbox, how we deal with it?
So lockbox is a great idea. Obviously, it would be with the other agents going in, and that's probably the perfect way to do it. If you have a direct buyer, you can't give them lockbox code and have them access to the house and the key.
Of course.
But if it's a cooperating office, then why not set it up? Make sure that the agent understands their responsibilities. Make sure you turn off all the lights and lock up. And that way they can set up and reply to you. The way I do co-bro showings with lockboxes is the only way that somebody can set up an appointment in MLS, I put email me. I don't want to text.
Good. Email me.
Yeah, email me, because then I know who they are, which office they're with. I can create a folder in my email with the property address and put all the inquiries in there.
Perfect.
Follow up, right? That's a good way to follow up with them after the showing, because if I have to go through my texts and figure out who's who and enter them into my phone and save them, and so I remember, okay, this was the person, which property did they show, it's too complicated. So the simplest way that I found is create a folder in my email with the property address, and every inquiry goes right in there. Then I can open the folder and see all the appointment requests that I've had and follow up. Hey, what do they think? How did it go? And I don't do it the week after, I do it the same day. So they saw it at 10 o'clock, they're going to have an email from me at 2 o'clock or earlier.
Wow.
How did it go? Part of me allowing you to show it is I want feedback, because
perfect.
And use COVID-19, because you can say, look, I'm not going to come so that I don't endanger you, your clients, or have more people than necessary, but I do need feedback.
Okay, another question for you. When you show the houses each 20 minutes, if you have people, Do you go with them or do you leave the door open for them, or what you do in this case? Or I know that you need 6 feet away from them, blah, blah, blah. If there is a stairs and they touch the stairs and they doesn't show that they have coronavirus, but they are positive,
I,
show
I
me
have
what is,
I have my mask on.
okay,
I have a sanitizer at the door that they can
perfect. For you and for the client?
do in for them. If they have gloves
Perfect.
on, okay, but if they don't, use the sanitizer because they might want to open doors. I try to open the doors, leave closet doors open, leave bathroom doors open, leave all the doors open so they don't have
Bravo.
as many things.
And you let him go in alone, inside.
I'm there, but I'm not following them or leading them. So if
Perfect.
first floor, I'm in the hallway and
Yeah.
directing, pointing things out. After they enter the room, I'll go to the doorway and point things out. You know, after they enter the kitchen, I might go in there and point some things out. So yeah,
Wow.
you want to keep your distance at all times. Be conscious of it, and always have your mask on. And hopefully they brought
Perfect.
masks. You know, the showings that I had last week, everybody had masks on, gloves, so they were prepared, which is good. Do not let
Fantastic.
children in the house. You know,
Do you ask the people to bring their mask with them? This is what I
yes,
told my buyers,
absolutely.
because some of the buyers, they miss it or they don't bring it or they don't.
Absolutely. And Basma posted a great number of pictures of people getting creative with their masks. It was so funny. You know, people using sponges and diapers and tampons.
Yes.
That was funny. But yeah, so people can get creative on their masks, but as long as they're, you know, and the mask is really so that you don't spread it, not you don't catch it.
Perfect.
The mask is not going to prevent the virus from getting in, but if somebody has coronavirus and they sneeze or cough, at least it will contain their cough. So that's really what it's meant for. It's meant for them as they're breathing out, not you as you're breathing in. So just because you have a mask on doesn't mean that you're safe if somebody is not wearing a mask. So you want to make sure that
Another question, how do you enter to our office safe? Because we have many Asian people, open people, but many people carry the coronavirus and they don't have symptom. And this is the dangerous, very dangerous.
right. So in the
So
office,
tell me how you enter our office.
so we have hand sanitizer and wipes right at the front desk. So
Grab in front of the office,
front
on
desk.
the door.
No, as you come in, here, let me show you. As you
Very, very important information because I'm coming with my clients.
right here on the front desk, you'll see the hand sanitizer and the wipes. And I also have some wipes at the front where the coffee machine is, right there.
Wow, perfect.
So we have, you know, some things if you need to come in. We do have parking. So if you want to park and walk around, that's also possible. I mean, there's not too many people on the street, so it shouldn't be too hard to find parking. But if you wanted to park in the garage and then just walk around to the front door, you could do that too. So
I park always on the street. It's very easy, and I find it. I find always parking
yeah, and then you come in from the front door, use the sanitizer.
in the back door.
The front
Ah,
door.
good.
You have keys to the front door. You don't have the keys to the back door.
Yes. Okay.
So
Good
you
to
come
know.
in from the front door,
So
yeah.
you have in each desk you have wide wipe to clean.
But
What
plus,
about the client? If the client is with you, do we have enough gloves to give them to wear, or what shall we do
I
in
don't
this
have any
case?
gloves. We have the wipes. So they can use the sanitizer for their hands. They can use a wipe if they feel more comfortable to wipe the table before they sit. You can do that. But the
And
wipes,
when they leave, I should clean with this place where they leave, the
Yes.
chairs, the table.
yeah,
Perfect.
you can wipe it down after they're gone. And
Good to know.
so there's some precautions there. So like I
Great
said,
information.
yes,
Thank
go
you.
to soulsignblog.com and I'll have a whole bunch of links at the end of this that you can use.
Sure.
And
Sure.
you can learn more about what you can do to better interact with your clients. I sent this email out yesterday.
Yeah.
I got it. So there is help for agents self-employed people never were eligible for unemployment benefits, but because of what's going on with the pandemic, they've made it available to self-employed, and their website is just went up. So this flyer I sent out, which my accountant sent to me, so I just forwarded it to everybody. I'm by no means an expert on this because it's so much information, so many different programs out there through the CARES Act. So do some research, both for yourself, maybe for your clients, to see what you're eligible for. And then it takes patience. You have to go apply, do it as soon as you can, and then wait for the funds to come in. It does take some time.
We get it from Nick, this one, yesterday.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
So there's a whole bunch of other resources for you. SignBlog, Soul SignBlog, which is the Remax Integral one, which we talked about. RISMedia is a good source of just getting information about real estate, news about real estate. Inman News is a good source. Boston Business Journal is a good source, Boston Globe. So you want to stay up to date with what's going on so that, these days it's not about personal meetings, it's all about telephone and maybe Zoom meetings. So you should be well versed, like in any time in our business. We're in a people to people business, and we have to be able to reach out, talk to our clients, to be present, and to get business, to start business, to help people. So nothing happens when you're sitting at home watching Netflix and reading a book or something. We have to continue to stay connected. That's very important in these days. Like I showed you earlier, there's a lot of numbers as the amount of business that's happening. And if we're not participating, then we're losing out. So I urge everybody to continue working, even though the environment is not that conducive to it. And there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of other things, other routines that we have to come up with. But I urge you to continue staying in touch with your clients and continuing business, because this might be the new norm for the next 4, 5, 6 months. And I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of real estate agents that are not going to make it. They're going to be out of the business, but it's going to be the agents that are on the fringe, that are not doing much business, and they're just going to say, okay, this is not for me. So there is going to be even more business, I think, when we come out of it, but only if we stay engaged. You have to stay engaged with clients. You have to stay engaged with the public, whether it's through video, through blogging, through participating in conversations out there, so that you stay relevant and become even more relevant. So that's the main part of what I wanted to share with you. But I want to turn it over now and kind of hear what you guys are seeing. I see Naomi, you're on the call. If you want to unmute, I know we were talking yesterday, you're getting a couple of new listings. And are you there, Naomi? Maybe, maybe not.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay, you're all right. Do you want to share with us, how do you go about continuing to help your clients get new listings, showing anything you can share that might assist somebody else in doing the same?
So before the pandemic happened, I did have 2 listings already. I have been doing showings. I make sure that everyone that is coming is required to wear mask and gloves,
Yep.
as well as myself. And then I do have 2 listings from 2 different investor clients. They're both flippers, and obviously they can't hold on to the property. So I do have those 2 listings coming up.
Okay, and it's critical that we price things right and make sure
Yeah.
that they understand that overpriced listings don't sell, and especially during these times. So the flips are obviously probably empty. Are you staging them, or what are you doing?
I'm not going to stage them, just because at this point you're just cutting budget anyways. But I will do a virtual tour. I will do probably a 3D Matterport for both properties.
Good.
And I'm not sure if I'll do a video, but I may. The video, I do have someone that can actually do a video walkthrough, which is probably, it's a bit different than a Matterport. Matterport, you have to direct where you want to see and turn it around. You have to be a little bit more hands-on.
Right.
Whereas the video is just the actual video. You just stay there and watch it. So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
consider
Video is
probably
much
doing both.
easier. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
So
a-
they're both vacant and they don't have any furniture, but I'm not going to stage it at this point.
Okay, good. And are you still in touch with your clients, past clients, or what are you doing on that end?
I am. A few weeks ago, I sent out text messages to more than 100 people. Probably even more than that because I've been doing Facebook messaging. I did a mass email to people just asking how everybody's doing. So I use social media, I use texting, I use email. I'm doing multiple ways of connecting and reaching out to people, seeing how they're doing.
Were you the
And
one
at
that
this
was-
point,
were you the one that was asking about the mass text and John replied? Was that you?
yes.
How did that work
Yes.
out?
So I'm looking, I'm still doing some research. I'm looking for a platform to do mass texting and mass voice messaging.
Okay.
I haven't put my voice messaging list together,
Yeah.
but I have a few options that I'm going to start looking into.
Okay. And I see your marketing on Facebook a lot. There's some good photos there, some good messages, which is great.
Yes, I do have someone that was doing the social media platform for both Instagram and Facebook.
Great. When you're reaching out to your clients via texts or emails, what's the response been like?
So far, everybody's doing good. I did have a client who had COVID-19 and she
Really?
didn't have to go. She didn't have to go into the hospital. She was home with it. And she got better. She is better now. I sent her a card through send out cards.
Okay.
So, and then, I've heard a few deaths. So I've just been sending out cards to those people via send out card to anyone who has been experiencing it directly.
Yeah. That's difficult times, Sometimes you get good news, sometimes you don't get good news, but we have to keep moving. I don't know if you guys heard John McMillan's dad passed away, and that's the hard part about
Wow.
any deaths, because how do you hold a funeral, right? How do you pay your
Mhm.
respects when everybody's, no gatherings and such. So it's a difficult time for a lot of people. So we have to also keep that in mind. Tatiana, are you there? Because I know Tatiana's bringing on a couple of listings also. I'm not sure if she can hear or if she can unmute. Let me try that. Tatiana, are you there? Okay. She might have stepped away. Dimitri, anything from you? Anything you want to share?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Dimitri, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Busy with, you probably heard about campaign, Facebook fundraising.
We can't hear you very good. Can you move closer to the computer maybe?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Yep. Unfortunately, not like real clients, working with a couple people, potential clients, with a buyer. Still looking with a lot of questions, call me almost every day, asking questions, what to do, how long he needs to wait, how fast he needs to go with the offer. So far he is looking for the perfect house. So working with the buyer. But otherwise, got busy with, you probably heard about my fundraising.
Yes, that's fantastic. How's that going? So Dimitri has put together a fundraiser to provide meals to frontline workers. Can you tell us a little more? How many meals have you served? How's that going?
It goes crazy. Long story short, we started with the goal of $500, and I checked today it was $9,500.
Wow, that's
So
great.
so far we delivered. Not myself. We're working with a couple caterers because there's a lot of requirements, so they have to follow specific rules. Each lunch has to be wrapped in plastic bags, so we work with caterers.
Good.
And so far we delivered around close to 600 meals.
Nice. And this is mainly to
Wow.
hospitals and
Good job.
Thank you.
Happy for you.
mainly to hospitals, or where are you delivering them?
Um, it's interesting because we want to make this personal. So
Yeah.
we make personal connections with the doctors in specific hospital and someone who is ready to accept delivery.
Yeah.
And then we call either caterer or local restaurant. We order it from pizza places in Brighton for San Elizabeth, for example.
Yeah.
But in general, we don't make any difference. Technically, we want to target small places, small hospitals. A lot of
Yeah.
times they're overlooked. Big guys get a lot of support, but we deliver it to Queens Rehab, we deliver it to South Shore Hospital, we deliver it to Salem. They didn't get so much attention. They didn't get so much support from outside.
Right.
So what we try to do, we try to find people from smaller places instead of like going to. But we also delivered 50 lunches to Newton Wellesley, to children, to Beth Israel, and
Nice.
actually tomorrow they invited us, the whole PR team from Beth Israel. We're going to go there and they're going to do some sort of promotion, or how you called it. They want to promote or tell a story about us, what we're doing. And Victoria actually helps me a lot. So it's kind of
Great.
teamwork.
Make sure you have your Remax shirt on.
I will. No, seriously, whatever I can do to promote anyone, and hopefully it will turn out. I get a lot of connections, a lot of people, personal notes, and hopefully, again, I don't know, maybe I should, but I don't put a lot of like my real estate business in front of people right now because I don't want to mix like advertisement of my business with
Yeah.
what
That's
we're doing.
that's not the reason you're doing it, but it's good to have people know what what industry or who you are, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
even tie it in with usually we give to Children's Miracle Network, but we feel the need right now is to give to the frontline workers. So you can tie it in different ways in the interview that you give. When they ask you questions, be prepared. Okay, what do I say? How do I say it? So that people that need me in the other ways, yes, people need us to provide them with some meals, but they might also need me because they can't keep up with their mortgage, or they need to sell, they need to move, they got a promotion, they whatever the case might be. So we have to open the door or leave the door open for people to find us and come in and say, hey, I trust you because of what you did here. And that's what you're really doing, is building trust with the community, making yourself likable and trustworthy, which are the first two steps to doing business with you, right? The third step is someone to let you know what you're doing, which you already do. So you're building likability and you're building trust, and leave the door open so that business can come to you. Don't necessarily go out there and say, hey, call me if you want to sell your house or something like that. But you're kind of hinting, okay, this is who I am. This is how you can get a hold of me, and leaving the door open for them to come. Great.
Right.
That's great. I also, I'm going to work, I got this, where is it? I got this great, if I can find it now. Oh, I think I need to change it first. So I got this great flyer. Let me share. Can you guys see that? Right. So I got
This one which Nick sent it to us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the one I wanted to show you. So this is a flyer that I found about the sales process, the closing process. And so I like the way it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. So I'm going to task Sophia to create something similar to this for us. The one we have now, if you remember, our boxes kind of going in a sequential manner, but I kind of like this up and down steps. So I'll see if we can work on that coming. And if you see anything, guys, if you see anything that's of interest that looks, wow, this would be great if we could, take it and make it Remax Unlimited behind it and distribute it to our clients. If you see anything that you like that's good, send it to me. And Sophia is usually here on Saturdays. She can work on it and see if she can recreate it for us. All right.
Perfect.
Any other?
I have suggestion.
Yes.
Okay. Why? How do I start this question? Okay. If you create a group text for all the agent, for instance, when there is the meeting start, you send us text message, the meeting start at 10. Remind people.
Yeah.
Or you can tell us, I send you a important email, check it out. Because sometimes people, they don't go to email, and especially your email, when we see it, yes, it's important to look, but we look for it in fast way.
Yeah.
But the email which you sent it yesterday was very useful to everyone. Pay attention to open it.
Yeah.
Especially Nick, he sent us attach, and you send us a good website, and this is perfect. So people can go immediately. Oh my God, I got text from Elias say check your email. There is important email. So I go, I say, what is this important? I'll be curious. I go and I click on it. So keep us always in loop.
Yeah, I'll follow up with Naomi when you figure out the mass texting. Let me know, and maybe I'll jump on an account there and use it that way. Good suggestion, because a lot of times
as a group, like for instance, me and my family, we are a group. If we need something from someone, we send for all group one text. Doesn't need to go to each one. No, group.
Or maybe we can
think about it. It's very good.
We can use WhatsApp or Messenger, but not everybody's on those. So
no, in text message, yes. Like for instance, I forget about Zoom. I came to do my work, and I say, oh my God, today Tuesday, let me try. This what happened, and I came the first before you start.
Yeah, because I know.
So, but if you text me, if I got the text me from you as a group, from Elias Remax Unlimited for a group, I open. Let me go and. Just suggestion, because this is what I'm doing in my company for my contractor and landlords and this.
Yeah, no, that's a good suggestion, and I'll
think about it. It's easy.
Yeah, because it's better if there's a reminder. Hey, okay, we're starting. Okay, guys, that's all the time we have.
Take care at yourself. Stay safe, and we love you. We're still loving you.
Yes, even virtually. All right, guys.
We're still loving you. If you need any Lebanese food, call me.
Okay, basma for all the Lebanese food. All right, guys. See you later.
Okay.